This is the Wingman from Baum Guitars, and y'all, this bass is pretty awesome to say the least. Not only do you get a super punchy and very dynamic set of tones that you're able to go through, but on top of that too, you get a really funky and cool looking bass with some awesome playability on top of it too. So a while back we checked out the Needhog from Baum Guitars and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I was wondering how I was gonna feel about the Wingman. But before we dig into the Wingman, and for the sake of transparency, this video is sponsored by Baum Guitars. But of course, as always with any sponsored content on my channel, that has absolutely nothing to do with what I say, how I feel, any of the sounds in this video or anything like that. I'm just a bass player that really loves trying out new things and seeing what it sounds like. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So starting with the body, yeah, this body shape, it's weird, but it works really well. For some reason, it really reminds me of Gumby mixed with like a Jazzmaster, if that makes any sense. I feel like this is a body shape that I would normally sort of just like veer away from, but it's something that like essentially when I opened it out of the box, I just thought, damn, this is a great looking bass. So I think while initially I would be turned off by the style of it, when I actually saw it in person, there was something that just clicked for me. Now the body itself is made out of alder and has a really great resonance and feel to it. And on top of that too, this one is in a very slick, pure black finish. And while there's also white and that ocean mist that I'm in love with, it's something where the black works super well for this. You have chrome hardware that does its job phenomenally and stays in tune really well. Then on top of that, you have what is my favorite thing about this bass, which I think was basically the same thing that I loved about the Needhog too, and that was the power jab pickups. Now these are Baum's own pickups. These are the same ones that are in the Needhog, but just like those, these are such a well-rounded, very balanced, and extremely punchy and bright sound that just gives so much life to the overall tone of the bass. And then for your controls, you have a very simple setup with 3 knobs. That's master volume, pickup blend, and master tone. Now moving up to the neck, you have a bolt-on maple neck with a rosewood fretboard and medio jumbo frets, all rounded off with a nice cream binding. And this is a really great feeling neck. The only thing I do not like about this neck is the age tint high gloss finish they put on the back of it. Now this is just my personal opinion because I don't like any finishes on the back of necks, just this is how I am. It's something where it's just way more comfortable to me if you have either a satin finish or no finish at all. And while this does look extremely good, it's something where I just wish there was not one at all. And while I don't enjoy the high gloss finish on the back of it, it surprisingly actually doesn't really affect my playing, or at least as much as I could tell. It was something that was annoying, but it's something that I'm used to with a lot of other basses as well. And then finally, you have the raddest headstock I think I've seen in a long time. I absolutely love the look of this headstock. It's like something like a Fender and a Gibson kind of came together in this weird shape that makes no sense, but at the same time, it's so pretty to me. It just has such a nice vintage flair to it, but also in a very modern aesthetic. And so for the pros on the Wingman, simply put, it's a great playing and a very satisfying bass to play, especially feel and tone wise. Again, these power jab pickups are absolutely insane. I love them, and they might actually kind of slowly but surely become my favorite passive pickups today. As for the cons, there is neck dive while using this instrument. I don't know if this is something where they could have made the body a little bigger to kind of help with the balance of that or what, but there is neck dive, and another thing that I don't like personally, again, it's just that high gloss finish on the back of the neck. But overall for the Wingman, simply put, this is just a fantastic all-in-one package. Feel, playability, tone, it is all there. And I have to say, I think Baum is really becoming one of the brands to really look out for when it comes to models for basses. Because while they do have just 2 right now, I feel down the line, if and when they introduce more, they're really gonna show what they have in store, because the Wingman is awesome. The Needhog was fantastic, and so I'm very curious to see where they're gonna be going in the future. But of course, let me know what you guys think about the Wingman bass, and what other smaller companies should I be really looking out for when it comes to new basses. But y'all, thank you so much for watching, as always, for watching, sharing, commenting, subscribing, follow me on social media, all that crazy stuff. I truly do appreciate it. And of course, a humongous thank you to my Patreon supporters right over here. Mwah. Mwah. If you want to help support the channel every single month like these gorgeous people right over here, then head on over to my Patreon page. But y'all, thank you so much for watching as always, and of course, no matter where in the world you are, stay safe, practice that bass, go ahead, get some fresh air out there now that it's not as hot as it was. It's starting to cool down finally, and I'll see y'all next time.